Okay, once again, here we are on the USD JPY. We're going to stay up at the 103.59. It's already getting close to the one deviation there. Let me get over to the Nadex platform 103.59 on the sell. I don't think we're going to be able to work on this one. We're already into that 1 minute. This is one of those rules that you want to get in the first minute. Don't be playing around with trying to figure stuff out or trying to force yourself into the process. The solution, because there's, you want to play it safe. So when it first comes out, we want to be able to get into these trades, and it has the most liquidity when it first comes out. So in the 5-minute trade, so you want to keep that in mind. If it does get up to $20, it's a possibility that the system could lose from that point. And plus, we're really pushing it too. If we got 103.59, we're not adding our 2 pips on. So we want to add our 2 pips on to 61, which would be up here right around that level, or at least a pip and a half. Okay, so even 61 would be good. I can put a working order on 61, and do something like that. And because it's a sell, I want to get about $22 if I'm going to put a working order on it. And I'll just kind of leave it there just like that. But I don't want to play any games, right? I don't want to force my hands to get into a sale or try to get into a trade unless I'm 100% sure of it. It has such a powerful system when it's done right up here at 61. We know it's not going to go there, but if it happens to just like run here, it might fill it. We had one do that yesterday. And came out really good for us. Doesn't look like he's going to do it today because we're 4 pips off in a 5-minute. But we'll let this sit here for a few seconds and see if we can watch this thing end out. Now I'll leave this on, and then I'm going to pause the video and hunt for a couple more trades, see if I'll chain a few trades together. All right, so I'll pause this and we'll come back in a second. Okay, got about 30 seconds left. It hasn't taken on. That's okay, because I'm going to flip back to my other screen. We're on the 4-minute bar, which at the end of this bar, if an arrow shows up, it'll show up on the previous bar here, and we'll be looking to go into a trade. So we'll wait this 30 seconds, see if we've got about 5-6 seconds left for it to pan out. It doesn't look like we're going to get that working order filled, and that's okay, because that'll just automatically close out. The new bar will start, and there are no arrows at this particular time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video again, come back in another 4 or just a minute or two. If there's another arrow shows up in the time, it'll be during my same trading time. So I'm going to try to keep this video going. It might turn out to be about 10 or 15 minutes long, but don't worry, I'm going to pause in between and just kind of give you the highlights. Okay, it looks like we got an arrow. We got our first hit here at 22.39, 22.40 right there. It's a little bit far out, so we might not be able to do this on the British Gold Pound USD. We're going to jump on here, 22.40. 22.40. The 41 would work. We could even look at the 43 because it's at 40. Yeah, 43. We could possibly do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another working order on, just one. And since it's a buy, we're going to do it for 78 to get a $22 profit and hit place order. So we'll just wait there. Hopefully it'll drop down just a little to fill it. And we'll see what happens here because we're at 41. It needs to drop to like 43 or 42 for it to get filled. So we'll sit here and hang on for a minute. Not every single one will always fill. We can look even now. There's another one right there on the Euro USD. I don't recommend 104 or 1042. So we want to be 1040. So Euro USD, being it's in a working order 1043. Again, I'm going to put another working order on this one. This is advanced level, so don't be doing this if you're just starting out. I don't see any other arrows on because we're looking at being on the 4. I don't think we're going to get into that level. We can even come up to 104, 43, 45 possibly. 345. Man, I probably should have looked at that because it was what had happened is that on this Euro USD, once it started to go up past this level right here, we started to get a positive trend return here. So might bounce off of this line just a little bit. Okay, because then it wants to start to come back down again. But if I came off the tip, I could have came up here since it had already been above this. I could have easily hit that 104.45. I should have seen that. So I apologize. But there, one of them got filled. The British Gold Pound USD got filled at the, remember I said if it came down to 43, it's going to get filled from that position. I don't think the Euro USD is going to get filled. 22.41 got filled. 22.40, here we go. It's raising up right now. We got about $22 in profit margin. So if it hits $11, I'll probably pull off of this because the Euro US or the British pound USD is not above another deviation. But if it were to continue to go up and it gets in this deviation, I might take it to expiry. But since it's not, if I do get to $11, I will pull off of this one. But we're 3 pips above too, so it's very strong in that direction. There I'm at my 50% right now. I'm going to go ahead and place my order and take my $11.50 on the scalp. So now that's 97-2 on the win ratio. So not too bad. We're moving forward. I'm going to pause the video again and see if we can get into another one here. Don't think we're going to get this one filled, so I can even close this out, so I don't even have to worry about it. It's all good. I'm shot all the way up to 104.49 or 10.49. I'm not really worried about it. If I would have seen that process when we were talking about coming up to this line, I could have possibly gotten in on that, and I probably should have really been paying attention to that. The good thing about this system that if it calls the arrow and it's above a deviation line or a support level, right? Because now this turns into support. It was resistance when it was down here. Now it's support. This is a line you can come off of. With the indicative coming up, you know, even a pip, I could have got that 10.45 and really just been, it would have been easy. It would have been a walk in a park from that point. So I got to really start paying attention to that solution in there. Not pushing the risk, but there's definitely opportunity in there for us to make this part of the process work. All right, so I'm going to pause the video. If you guys want to continue on, there will be a couple more trades we'll get into. Just real quick, I just wanted to show you that I pop back into a 4 square look. We wait for right around the time frame, because remember, these are on the minute charts. I wait for right around, because the arrow will show up on a bar that's of a 4 or 3 or 4 or a 8 or a 9 bar. Okay, so an 8-minute bar or a 9-minute bar. So at 09 of the hour, 19 of the hour, 29 of the hour, so forth and so forth. But it won't show up until the following minute, the end of the next minute. So a 8 bar will show up at the end of a 9 bar and will give us that arrow in that direction. So literally you can wait to to the 4-minute period, the end of 4-minute period, the beginning of the 5-minute period, to look at the screen. But you got to be careful because you'll sometimes get lost in doing something. Definitely don't have Facebook or anything distracting up because it will take you away from it. All right, so we'll be back in a minute. All right, here we go. We have another sell here. We're looking at this level ending out 103.57. We can come off this 103.60, but 103.57, I'm not really going to push this one too much, but we're going to be looking at this on the USD JPY. USD JPY 103.57. Now, the reason why I'm kind of looking at this, because this is an out of the money trade, I'm going to come to 59 right there. I'm going to click on that one and put my one trade in and hit place order. Pretty sure, oh, it should have filled right away. Why didn't it fill? Because you suck. Okay, there we go. It filled now. So we got in for 26 bucks, right? Not bad. Filled really quickly. We're at 103.59. Now the reason I went 103.59 is because I came to the 103.57 and came up my 2 pips from there. So this is the mark. I came up to 2 pips. Now, if it continues down, there we go. Now, normally I would probably scalp out because look, we're at 11 bucks. We'll probably hit there. We hit 13 for a minute there. Normally I could scalp out from that position, but because it's gone through a full deviational set. So here's the one, and then here's another deviation. Now it's down below another deviation of this bar. I mean, if it comes up and closes above and turns into a blue bar, I might look at scalping out from that position. But if it's one full one away, I'm probably going to just kind of completely steer clear of it. Even though I love seeing green, I just want to take that money. Just, you know, you're probably yelling at me, take the money. There's 18, there's 17 bucks. I usually, if it hits 20 bucks, I might take it. But and then I doubt it will from that position, but it's so far down in there, really good. So this is another 26 win. So not too bad. 55, There you go. It's looking pretty good. So we'll just sit here for another 3 minutes. I'll pause the video for you so you don't have to sit through this torture, and I'll be back right at the last couple seconds. All right, came back a little early. I got lonely, got tired of sitting here. But I just wanted to quickly explain to you that, we're down to 54, but the number profit has dropped down. Well, the market makers are on their kick to try to lower the profit down, get it down a little bit lower, last minute or so. They might even drop it into the negative, who knows. But you can really see we've closed a few bars. We even have a nice little hammer going on, a shooting star, whatever you call. But it looks like we're really down below that. So I don't really have any major fear of it exploding and hitting our 59-minute, 5 minutes or 5 pip margin running right now. So this last 55 seconds, not really a nail biter. It's really nice to get that, because even if it comes up to here, it has to get up to a little bit higher than this resistance line to now, because it's very hard resistance line, because we have this touch, this little group happening. And if we scroll back a little bit more, we'll probably find a couple more. There's another one. There's another one. So this one becomes a really nice hard line here. And I like that feeling. If you want to notify this later on, you could make it a nice thick line and see, have it something like that. You could even change the color of that one in particular line. To sort of do that, so you can see that that's a nice thick line there. And it means and this will be on for the future of that one particular line as well. So it's something that you might want to keep around. If you want to save this as a template, do so, but save it with a unique name of 5-minute binary USD JPY. So you keep that line there so for future as it comes back around again. Last couple seconds here. It looks like it won. There's another win for us. It's about 12 minutes in here. We got about where it's 98.2 now. We're only a minute or two away. I'll probably stay around to break the 100. If you want to, you can stick around as well. If not, go to the end and watch the parade. I'll talk to you guys in a second. All right, so we're here in a very unique situation. We have an arrow on an 8 that we can get into, but it's already exploded in some sort of malicious world to go to the upside of it. And at this point, do you really pay against bad money? Do you go with the signal and say, okay, let me try to go with 2 pips up and see if this will work? Well, you're in demo, so you have a decision. At 75.76, adding 2 pips, 75.78. Let's get over and have a look to see if that's something we should do. 75.79 has $27 on it. And this is something, this is what you have to decide now. Are you at that position to be able to do something like that? And there's nothing really amended, but I probably wouldn't be looking at this process here, because 75, 76, 77 right there at 38. You could get into this because now you're back to that limit again. You could definitely get into that. Look, these things are just ain't filling. What's going on here? Very frustrating. There we go. Menu order. There it is. Back. Okay. There we go. Now we're in. We're in at 39 bucks. And now look at this thing jump on. Now, because it's so volatile, I'm going to kind of pop up. There's only 20 bucks. I'm just going to get off and, oh man, I didn't get it fast enough. Let me see. Boy, that would have been awesome. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Let me see if I can fish this in. And, oh, come on. You suck. There it is. Closed it out. 30 bucks. Wow. That was amazing. That was only a couple seconds there. That's 99.2. We're at 99.2. Nicely done. Just a real quick, if you watched, you just got to be a little patient and really look at it. If it's something that you can do, watch the process unfold. Look at that. I mean, it's a thing of beauty. The reversal arrow came on board, a little early there, and the market is like, no, I don't want to do that. But then it's like, okay, you have to do it because you don't be an idiot. And it did its right thing. It went 2 clear deviations in the process. I could probably just kept that on there at the 77 with the 4 pip lead here. Got my 39 bucks, but I got 30 bucks out of it. At least I think that's where I got it out. Let me see if go to my history, go to my transactions, go to view history. Go to my next page because it's on this page right here. Let's see, 88.61, $19. Yeah, so that's not too bad. I thought I hit for 30, but guess not. So 19 bucks. So we made $19 on that, real close to the 20 after fees. So I'm not too worried about that process. But this was a great process. We got one more to get. I'm going to pause the video now, and we'll come back when we hit the 100. I feel like an idiot. It's been a busy day. I just want you to know we did hit the 100. We were looking for 100 trades, 98 and 2. We went even one past. So we're 101 trades right now. And we have 2 losses. So that's 98 and 2 was when we hit that 100 trade. So congratulations to everybody, because this was a big proof. We're going to head off and get right into the next one with a big charge here of the first 100 trades and these test trades. So very, very happy within this series that it's working. Now, in the next series, we're going to record them all. We're going to go after every single one of them so you can watch them all unfold in little bits, 5, 10, 15 minutes margin, so you can watch it. So you can see the proofs in the pudding. Head over to Dex indicators.net. If you're watching this, if you've gone through this, use the code DEX50 to get on board to get 50% off for life before Friday, December or October 14th. If you're watching this way after the fact, then you've already missed it. But we have probably some other 15 and 20% discounts out there for liking our Facebook stuff and doing that stuff. So right into support, do whatever you got to do. Max Farrow. This is DexIndicators.net. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and I look forward to working with all of you. Trade well. Take care.